Good morning children. Today let us will see the challenges to the political parties. In previous class we discussed about the national political parties and the state political parties. And one more, the election commission is recognizing the major political parties as a national political parties as well as the regional political parties. So in India, more than 750 political parties are registered in the Election Commission of India. So in that, 7 major political parties are recognized as a national political parties, and remaining all political parties are recognized as a regional political parties in India. Okay, so in this class now let us see the challenges to the political parties. So what are the major challenges are faced by the political parties in India? Okay, so now let us see. A popular dissatisfaction and criticism have focused on 4 problems areas in the working of political parties. Okay, working of political parties. So in the working of political parties, these political parties are facing 4 major problems in India. So now let us will discuss one by one. So which are the 4 important causes or major challenges to the political parties in India. Okay, so first one, the lack of internal democracy within a political parties. The lack of internal democracy within the political parties. This is the most important causes, or this is the most important challenges to the political parties. Okay, political parties, lack of internal democracy within the political parties, because in the political parties do not keep registrations to the elected members of the political party. Okay, they do not keep registration parties, and also these political parties are not conducting organizational meetings in a political party. Okay, in a political party, and also the political parties are not controlling the elected members within the political parties. So these are all the important major challenges to the political parties. Which one First one, in a political party, the political parties do not keep registration for who elected from the constituencies, and also they are not conducting organizational meeting once in a month or twice in a month. Suppose these all are happening, means what will happen? The elected members will regularly attending the assemblies, or they are the political parties do not keeping the registration to the political party leaders, and they are not conducting even the organizational meeting for the MLAs and MPs. Okay, and second one, the most political parties do not practice open and transparent process. And one more, this is the another important challenge to the political parties. The political parties, most of the political parties do not practice open and transparent process or the transparent procedure in the political parties. They do not keep the transparent and open procedure in the political parties. Only a few people became a top of the political parties in almost all political parties in India. For example, the family members are controlling the entire political parties in India. So their family members becoming a top of the political parties, and ordinary people, they are becoming only the worker of that political parties in India. Okay, in India, for example, once you see the Congress party, that is totally controlling by the Gandhi family. In Karnataka JDS, you see the JDS is also the controlling by the family members. So in that type of the political parties, only a few people only become a top of that political parties. What are the top of that political parties, you know? So the party president, party secretary, or the general secretary, these all posts are under the control of the one family members in some political parties in India. So this is second important challenge to the political parties in India. And third one, about growing rule of the money and muscle power in parties. Okay, money and muscle power in political parties. So nowadays this is the big headache to the political parties. Nowadays the candidates are using another way to win the election, not to contest in the election. So for winning purpose, the political party leaders and some political parties, they are using the money and muscle powers in the elections to win the election. So you know, money. So in elections time, they are distributing money to the voters to get the vote from the people. And also sometimes these leaders are using the rowdyism. Okay, they are using the muscle power to win the election. So nowadays what happening, you know, most of the criminals are electing to the parliament as well as to the state assembly. So the criminals are becoming a chief minister, the criminals are becoming a ministers of the country and in the states. So this is another important challenge to the political parties in India. Okay, in India. And most of fourth one, the people do not find parties to be a meaningful choice for their votes. And this is also another important challenge. The peoples will not choose a meaningful candidates from their constituency. Okay, so what the peoples are doing, you know, once a candidate is electing from their constituency, means the next election also the same candidates are electing by the same voters from the same constituency. This should not happen in India. Suppose if it is repeating, means what will happen, you know, that candidates will not see the problems of the constituency or the problems of the people in a particular constituency or the particular states in India. So the people should select the meaningful candidates to the assembly, state assembly or Lok Sabha. So these are all the important 4 challenges are facing by the political parties in India. Can parties be reformed? So how we can reform the political parties? Just what we discussed about the challenges of the political parties. So in India, political parties majorly they are facing 4 major problems. Okay, so just we discussed about that in dear children. Now look at how can parties be reformed. So how we can reform the political parties in India, because now let us, dear children, now let us see how can parties be reformed. So how we can reform the political parties in India. So just we discussed about the challenges to the political parties. So what type of the challenges are faced by the political parties in India? Just about that we discussed. Now let us see how we can reform the political parties in India. So first one, you see, the constitution was amended to prevent elected MLAs, MPs from changing the parties. So this is the most important ways to reform the political parties in India. So the constitution should amended. Okay, the constitution should amended to prevent. Why the constitution should amended? To prevent the elected MLAs and MPs from changing parties. Okay, from changing parties. So about that we are seeing each and every day in the newspapers and the TV channels. So some MLAs are changing their parties from one party to another parties. So they are electing from a particular party, and after 6 months or after 1 year they are changing their party from one party to another party. So about that already we know in Karnataka politics also. Okay, so some MLAs from BJP, they joined in Congress, and some Congress MLAs joined in BJP. So this is not fair to the Indian political system or Indian election system. Okay, so to stop this, we should make amendment on the constitutions to prevent the elected MLAs and MPs changing their parties. Okay, changing their parties. Suppose if we amended on the constitution, means automatically what will happen? So the MLAs and the elected MPs, they will stop to change the political parties in India. So this is an important way to reform the political parties in India. So second one, the Supreme Court. Okay, the Supreme Court passed an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. Okay, money and criminals. So in India, the Supreme Court already ordered to reduce the influence of money and criminals in the election. Okay, in the election. But also what happening, no, in elections or during the elections time, the criminals are actively participating and they are playing a major role to win a particular candidate in the election. Okay, in the election. But also the Supreme Court already passed, what they passed? The Supreme Court already passed an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals in the election. But what happened in the election system? The lakh and lakh crores, okay, the crore and crore rupees are spending on elections to win the election. Okay, in the election. So in Panchayat election also, once you see, the candidates are spending a huge amount to win the election. So just to imagine about the MP's election and MLA election, how much amount they are spending on election. Okay, spending on election. So only the Supreme Court ordered to reduce the influence of money and criminals in the election. See, now it is mandatory for every candidate who are contesting in the elections to file an affidavit to the election commission. Okay, affidavit to the election commission and given details of properties and criminal cases pending against him. So according to the Supreme Court order, who are contesting in the election, they have to file an affidavit to the election commission. In that affidavit, they have to show their property and they have to show their criminal cases pending in the police station. Okay, pending in the police station. If candidates are giving wrong information in the affidavit, means if the candidates elected also, the Supreme Court has power to dismiss that MLA or MPs from their MLA seat and MP seats in India. Okay, in India. So only during the elections time, each and every candidates, they are submitting their affidavit to the Supreme Court, update to the election commission. In that affidavit, they are showing their properties and they are showing the criminal cases are pending against the candidate in the local police station. Okay, local police station. But also the major political parties are giving the tickets to the criminals in the general election. This is the not fair to the election system in India. Okay, and next one, see, the election commission passed an order to make a necessity for political parties to hold their regular organizational election and file their income tax return. Okay, file their income tax return. So the election commission ordered to the all political parties to return their income taxes of the political parties to the election commission. Okay, and also the election commission has ordered to the all political parties to conduct the organizational elections within the political parties and they have to submit their income tax return to the election commissions while contesting. And so these are all the major these are all the major reforms points to reform the political parties in India. Apart from this, some suggestions also given to reform the political parties in India. So first suggestion, we have to make a details of the internal affairs of the political parties. Okay, political parties. And also some next another suggestion, all the political parties should give the 1/3 reservations to the women communities in the election. So they have to give the 1/3 reservation or 1/3 reservations to the women, and they have to give the tickets to the women in the different constituencies. Okay, different constituencies. And also another way, the public should see the political parties. The public should participate to reform the political parties in India. So these are all the important ways to reform the political parties in India. Okay.